Between the ages of 70 and 80, clothing, celebrations, and places to avoid. From the ages of 70 to 80, it's wise to avoid certain styles of clothing, celebrations, and places. The elderly used to say that upon reaching 70, it's better not to buy new clothes. At 80, it's preferable not to celebrate birthdays. At 60, avoid building new houses. And at 70, steer clear of visiting graves. These simple recommendations actually contain profound wisdom about life. By 70, people have gone through numerous experiences, both good and bad, which changes their way of thinking and lifestyle. Many older adults have developed their own philosophies based on the little things in everyday life. Today, we will begin an enriching exploration of these ancestral principles. We will delve into 3 types of clothing that are best avoided, 3 types of birthday celebrations that might be wise to omit, and 3 destinations we may not want to include in our travel plans. By understanding the deeper meaning of these suggestions, we can pave the way for a more peaceful and fulfilling life in our golden years. If this introduction has captured your interest, show your support with a like and a heartfelt comment. If it's not completely to your liking, like and a 7 will suffice. Your opinions help shape our future conversations. So, dear friends, shall we explore these enigmas together? Let's see how this ancient advice can guide us toward a more serene and manageable life in our later years. After all, isn't that what we all desire, a fulfilling life until our last days? What do you think about these wise recommendations? Is there any that particularly resonates with you? Please share your thoughts in the comments. The art of dressing in old age, tips for the stylish elder. As we reach our golden years, the way we dress takes on a deeper meaning. Our ancestors, with their vast experience, left us important teachings on the subject of dressing. They suggested that our attire should strike a balance, neither too flashy nor too careless. In today's environment, with so many options available, this advice becomes even more relevant for those of us who have crossed the threshold of 70. Maintaining a neat and dignified appearance not only reflects self-respect but is also a sign of consideration for others. Let's analyze 3 fundamental principles of dressing that can enrich our daily lives and enhance our dignity. If this topic resonates with you, support us with a like and kindly share your thoughts. If it's not to your liking, like and a 7 will be more than sufficient. Your opinions influence our future discussions. Rule 1: Prioritize quality and comfort. It's easy to get caught up in the search for deals, isn't it? Many of us have succumbed to the temptation of a good promotion, but in the realm of clothing, that bargain may come with a hidden cost. Imagine putting on a shirt made of rough fabric that doesn't allow your skin to breathe. It could cause irritation, make you sweat, and lead to discomfort throughout the day. Even worse, it might result in skin problems or even affect your health. Plus, it's never pleasant to deal with the discomfort of an unexpected tear or clothing mishap when you're out. As the old saying goes, you get what you pay for. At this stage of our lives, shouldn't we focus on our comfort and dignity? Choose garments made from soft materials that allow for breathability and are durable. While they may represent a slightly higher initial investment, the comfort and confidence they provide are invaluable. Have you ever found yourself in a clothing situation that taught you the importance of quality? If so, we'd love for you to share your experience in the comments. Rule 2: Opt for elegant simplicity. Dressing appropriately is an art form that becomes even more significant as we age. While it's perfectly fine to dress up for special occasions like a theater outing or a gala, our everyday clothing should lean towards simplicity. Let's reflect: do we really need to follow the latest trends aimed at younger generations? The outfits that might look adorable on our grandchildren may not be the most suitable for us at this stage of life. For instance, clothing that is too revealing might not be the best choice for our more mature bodies. By choosing simple and timeless styles, we not only express a sense of internal refinement but also avoid unnecessary expenses. This choice becomes a mutually beneficial solution, reflecting good taste and a balanced lifestyle. So, what's your favorite outfit that makes you feel both comfortable and dignified? We'd love to hear your style recommendations in the comments. Share with us your choices that highlight your elegance and simplicity. Rule 3: Cleanliness goes hand in hand with dignity. There's a fundamental truth we all must acknowledge: regardless of the brand or price, a clean and well-cared-for garment will always look better. It's a bit disheartening to see someone in expensive designer clothes that are wrinkled or stained, don't you think? Keeping our clothing clean and in good condition is not just about looking good, it also reflects self-respect and consideration for those around us. Imagine an older person dressed neatly interacting with family or strangers. Such a presence naturally inspires respect and leaves a positive impression. On the contrary, who would approach someone wearing messy clothes and perhaps giving off unpleasant odors? This is not a matter of superficiality, but of basic hygiene and social courtesy. What's your secret to keeping your clothes fresh and tidy? We'd love for you to share your laundry tips in the comments. Let's inspire others to value cleanliness and presentation in their clothing. The deeper meaning of dressing properly. Did you know that in ancient Chinese, the character for, fortune, fu, is formed from the characters that represent clothing and food? Our ancestors understood that being well-dressed and well-fed was fundamental to happiness. By understanding and applying these principles related to clothing, we are not just making fashion choices, we are adopting a philosophy of life that has been passed down through generations. We choose comfort, dignity, and respect, for ourselves and for others. So, the next time you open your wardrobe, remember that you are not just selecting clothes, you are making a statement about who you are and how you value yourself and those around you. Isn't this a beautiful way to start each day? How has your perspective on clothing evolved as you've aged? What is the most important lesson you've learned about clothing at this stage of your life? We would love for you to share your experience in the comments. And if you enjoyed our conversation today, why not join our channel, Conscious Wisdom? We will continue to discover together these pearls of wisdom, finding joy and meaning in the autumn years of life. Until next time, may your days be pleasant, your appearance dignified, and your spirit always young. Re-evaluating birthday celebrations in our golden years. As we advance into the final chapters of our lives, the custom of commemorating significant birthdays often takes on a new meaning. Although many families continue to practice this tradition and some elderly individuals eagerly anticipate these gatherings, it's important to reflect on whether this activity remains relevant in today's world. If this topic piques your interest, express it with a like and leave a heartfelt comment. If it doesn't resonate with you, a like and a 7 will suffice. Your opinions influence our future conversations. The evolving context of family gatherings. In earlier times, birthday celebrations were a way for children to show respect for their parents and allowed extended families to come together. Many elderly people still consider it a sign of indifference if their descendants do not hold these events. Additionally, they may view these gatherings as exceptional opportunities to reconnect with friends and family members they haven't seen in a long time. However, the demands of contemporary life have transformed this dynamic. Because younger generations often reside far from their hometowns and face work obligations, it becomes increasingly difficult for them to return home outside of significant holidays. Even when family members manage to plan a birthday celebration, many young people can only send a red envelope as a symbolic gesture, attending in person very rarely. This situation can create a rather lonely and uncomfortable atmosphere, distancing it from the festive celebration one might anticipate. Let's reflect on 3 situations in which it might be wise to reconsider the traditional birthday celebration. The first of these situations is when health becomes a priority. Imagine that you are in recovery from an illness, especially if it has been severe. Throughout history, many cultures have believed in the positive power of celebrations to aid in healing. However, the reality can be quite different. The effort required to plan and participate in a large event, along with the emotional fluctuations that come with it, could even worsen your physical and mental well-being. Instead of organizing an elaborate party, consider the option of a simple and intimate gathering with your closest loved ones. The warmth and love that can be shared in a more cozy environment are often much more comforting and meaningful than any ostentatious celebration. Reflect, have you ever enjoyed a modest birthday that became unforgettable? What made it so special? I encourage you to share your experience in the comments. It could inspire others to rediscover the essence of celebration. Secondly, it's important to reconsider birthday celebrations when financial resources are limited. Imagine an elderly person who, despite their financial difficulties, feels the need to organize a luxurious banquet for their birthday. This situation can create unnecessary financial pressure both for them and their loved ones. As the saying goes, those with money often have distant relatives supporting them, while those with fewer resources often feel forgotten in a vibrant city. If you are already facing financial difficulties, why add an extra burden to your situation by planning an extravagant party? Often, a birthday banquet becomes more of an obligation than a true celebration. The fun and meaning of the occasion are overshadowed by concerns about expenses. Instead of brightening the day, a grand celebration can result in unnecessary stress for the family. In such circumstances, it's crucial to recognize our limitations and adopt a frugal mindset. Managing household resources wisely can not only help alleviate financial pressure but is also essential for achieving long-term stability and satisfaction. How do you balance the desire to celebrate with the economic realities you face? I invite you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Your insights could help others who find themselves in similar situations. Thirdly, it's essential to recognize when grief overshadows joy. One of the most heartbreaking moments is when a parent loses a child. In such circumstances, the idea of organizing a birthday celebration can feel not only inappropriate but also deeply painful. Historically, these festivities were a way for children to demonstrate their love and appreciation for their parents. However, in the absence of a child, the celebration can turn into a sharp reminder of the loss, intensifying the sadness for both the organizers and the attendees. In these situations, experienced elderly individuals often choose a more subdued approach to their daily lives. They possess the wisdom to recognize the importance of not reopening old wounds or provoking unnecessary suffering. Choosing to lead a simpler lifestyle, limit social interactions, and reduce large celebrations can be an effective form of emotional self-care in the years following a significant loss. The question that arises is, how do you honor important dates and moments after experiencing a loss? Sharing your reflections and strategies can be immensely helpful for those facing similar situations, offering them comfort and guidance in their own grieving process. The intelligence of simplicity. As we progress through life, there is great depth in reducing the complexity of our existence, which includes the way we commemorate the passage of time. This does not mean completely abandoning celebrations but rather discovering more meaningful and personal ways to celebrate these important moments. It could be a quiet dinner with your closest loved ones, a phone call from a grandchild living far away, or even a moment of solitude to reflect on the life you've led and the lessons you've learned. These simple acts can often bring more happiness and peace than any ostentatious celebration. Remember that the true measure of a fulfilled life lies not in the scale of our festivities but in the richness of our connections and the satisfaction we find in our daily routine. How has your perspective on celebrating birthdays evolved as you've grown older? What has been the most memorable birthday you've had in recent years? We invite you to share your experiences in the comments. If you found today's conversation valuable, how about joining the Conscious Wisdom channel? We will continue discovering these gems of wisdom together, finding happiness and purpose in the more mature stages of life. Until next time, may each of your days be filled with serene pleasures and deep relationships, whether on your birthday or any of the beautiful days of your golden years. Navigating the world in our golden years, a guide to enjoying safe and pleasant outings. As time goes by, our way of exploring the world naturally changes. If at 60 we feel ready to travel around the globe, by the time we reach 70, it is wise to reconsider our physical abilities and prioritize safety in our experiences. Let's analyze some careful recommendations to ensure that our outings are both safe and enjoyable. If this topic interests you, please express your support with a like and leave a positive comment. If you're not entirely convinced, a like and a 7 will be fine. Your opinions influence our future conversations. 3 places that require careful attention. First, cemeteries, a space to honor memories without being overwhelmed by an emotional avalanche. Visiting the final resting place of our loved ones can evoke a profound variety of feelings. While there is comfort in remembering those who have passed, the sharp pain that accompanies loss can also arise. For older adults, frequent visits to these places can intensify emotional suffering and deepen sadness. It's valuable to explore other ways to honor the memory of our loved ones who are no longer here. For instance, you might consider creating a small altar or memorial in your home or finding a serene place, such as a temple, where you can reflect in peace. If it is part of your cultural tradition, allow younger family members to take care of the graves. This can be a meaningful way to involve them and teach them about respect for those who have died. It's essential to remember that the true legacy of our loved ones lives in our hearts, not just in a physical space. How do you choose to remember and honor those who have passed? We invite you to share your meaningful rituals in the comments. Second, it is important to consider places of questionable reputation to protect your legacy. We have all reached a point in our lives where we deserve to enjoy our golden years, but it is crucial to make wise decisions regarding our entertainment. Visiting places that do not have a good reputation can not only compromise our own image but also damage the reputation of our loved ones. Imagine the impact it would have if an elderly person became involved in a scandal. This could not only affect their own public perception but also ripple through the social and professional lives of their children and relatives. The implications are profound. Social judgment can extend beyond the individual in question, affecting the well-being of the family as a whole. Therefore, to maintain family harmony and preserve personal dignity, it is essential to be careful and selective about the places we choose to visit. Prevention is key. Staying away from risky environments can be a wise decision. Now, reflecting on this, what are your favorite healthy activities that you enjoy at this stage of life? I invite you to share your recommendations in the comments. Celebrating positive and enriching moments not only contributes to personal well-being but also strengthens our family ties. 3. Unexplored territories, reducing risks when traveling. While the fascination for new experiences never fades, unfamiliar destinations can bring unforeseen challenges for older adults. The dangers of falls, disorientation, or accidents increase in unknown environments. This does not mean you should avoid exploring new places, but it is important to take precautions when venturing out. Stay in familiar areas whenever possible and ensure you have a mobile phone with you to communicate with your family in case of an emergency. If you decide to visit a new site, consider bringing a younger family member or a friend for support. What is your approach to balancing adventure and safety during your outings? Share your suggestions in the comments. Embracing a new chapter with wisdom. As we reach 70, it is a pivotal moment to shift our mindset and way of living. It is not about restricting ourselves but discovering new ways to thrive. Here are some recommendations. 1. Encourage open and honest communication with your children. It is important to share your thoughts, concerns, and aspirations in this new stage of life. By opening up and being sincere about how you feel, you not only strengthen family bonds but also allow them to better understand your needs and desires. This creates an environment of trust where everyone feels comfortable expressing their feelings. 2. Seek motivation from optimistic and encouraging people. Surrounding yourself with companions who maintain a positive outlook can greatly impact your emotional well-being. The energy and attitude of these individuals are contagious and can inspire you to maintain a more hopeful view of life. By interacting with them, you can gain new ways to face challenges and cultivate a more cheerful mindset. 3. Encourage your children to get involved in your well-being. Encourage them to show an active interest in your health and happiness. Through honest conversations, they can provide support and help identify the lifestyle that truly fits your needs. This exchange not only gives them the opportunity to participate in your life, but it also teaches them the importance of caring for others and building strong relationships based on mutual support. Keep in mind Confucius's teaching, the noble man seeks harmony, not homogeneity. It's not about everyone acting the same way, but rather discovering what is most effective for you and your family. At the end of our talk today, I hope the ideas we've shared have resonated with you in some way. If you haven't already, I invite you to join our community by subscribing to our channel. Together, we can continue exploring the joys and challenges that come with the aging process, providing mutual support on this exciting journey of growth and personal discovery. Let's embrace each day with a positive mindset, valuing our loved ones and continuously seeking new ways to thrive in our lives. Until our next connection, I wish that each of your days is filled with security, joy, and meaningful relationships. I would love to know, what has been the most valuable lesson you've learned about navigating life in this golden stage? I encourage you to share your wisdom in the comments so that we can continue inspiring one another in this beautiful process of life.